The hardest parts of being a runner, the workouts, the long miles, the grueling cross-training sessions, are actually the easiest parts of being a runner because they feel purposeful, fulfilling, and like a direct route towards your goals. The actual hard part of being a runner is taking rest days, allowing your body to recover between hard days, not going too hard on your easy days. In the past, I've made the mistake of thinking that recovery wasn't necessary and that pushing all the time was the answer, but I'm slowly learning that training is nothing without recovery. I figure that someday I'll make enough mistakes and learn from them that I become self-actualized and omniscient, but for now, I just keep making them. And I realize that. I know that I mess up, I make mistakes, I don't do things perfectly, and by sharing online, I shine a light on that. But every time I make a video, it is sharing my experience and hopefully helping some people to avoid those same mistakes that I make. So I'm just gonna show my full day of training, recovery, eating, and talk about some of the mistakes I've made in the past, the lessons I've learned from them, and the new learnings that I'm implementing to try to enhance my recovery and hopefully my performance. And all of these mistakes are based off of the main idea that training is nothing without recovery. And that is a concept that I have struggled with for so long. And I think that a lot of runners struggle with it as well. Mistake one is not being on a consistent sleep schedule. I have always prioritized sleep because I need it to function, but there were times where I wasn't going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. So recently I've been really trying to get in bed by 9:30, read for a little bit, and then be asleep by 10. And then I'm waking up between about 6:30 and 8, which I realize isn't exactly the same time, but I feel like it's a good window and I want to allow myself to sleep more when I can. I woke up at 8 today, and in the past, being able to sleep till 8 would mean I would go to bed a little bit later because I would be like, oh, I have a little extra time, I can watch some TV, I can do whatever, read a little extra. But lately I've been trying to make sure that I'm going to sleep at the same time every night because I want my body to be in a consistent rhythm with that. And even when I can sleep in, just getting extra sleep is better. Another mistake I made is doing a lot of training fasted. I thought that it was better for my fitness to eat less, and that is so far from the truth. It kept me from recovering properly and adapting to training, and it caused me to get injured. Now I make sure to always eat before my training, and today I have a cross-training session, so I'm able to handle like more food before it because it's easier on my stomach. So I made a delicious pancake bowl with berries, granola, and honey. I'm gonna eat this and then cross-train in probably an hour and a half or so. This will not only give me fuel for the workout, but it will help me recover better after it. And if you've never made pancakes in a bowl, such a good hack. No dishes.
I'm moving out.
In the last video, someone asked if Lauren lives at our house.
I mean, what's the answer to that?
Part-time.
Yes.
Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. I'm about to drive Lauren to the airport. She's headed to Chamonix for UTMB. Nike gal, you know.
What can I say?
Nike's just flying her out first class. I mean, that's not even a lie, they just are.
It actually is crazy. Gotta keep the shirt white.
Napkin bib.
Maybe a second.
Screaming first class passenger.
Screaming class. Screaming can't take care of herself.
Very happy with how this drive is going. I feel great about it. Lauren is about to be delivered to the airport for her flight.
Delivered.
I'm not even lying. I wish I were getting on this flight with you because you're going to be first class. I can't imagine how good of a time we would have up there together.
Oh my god. We might be demoted.
I think that they would
be too
annoying. Would put us into like the storage area for the luggage.
The no-fly list.
While we're in the car, I just thought I'd ask Lauren what one of her mistakes has been in running and kind of what she learned and what she does differently now.
Okay, TED Talk time. I feel like the biggest mistake I made was in college not eating. Well, eating, but not enough. If I could go back and change anything, it would be to never do that and never get injured and just be a god by now, basically.
Oh my god. Call her Aphrodite.
You talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
But because it's still like a tempting shortcut to take, where like you think that's secretly the answer, and for a little bit it does work. It just doesn't last, and you have to keep reminding yourself to not give in to that again.
It is a mistake that so many people make, and the reason it's made so often is kind of what you said, that like at first it works. It's a shortcut, but you also cut yourself short of your potential.
It actually is just a complete detour to your goals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Side note, I've been going 10 under the speed because I just don't want this time with Lauren to end.
Walk of shame.
Oh no.
So it appears I didn't read the ticket. My flight is at 4 p.m.
Oh. Back in she goes. Mistakes she's made as a runner. Not reading the ticket.
So we're just, riding back.
Just heading back. Lauren has been dropped off at her boyfriend's house until she needs to go to the airport again. So I'm at the gym. I'm about to do my cross training. I'm going to be keeping it pretty easy today because another one of the mistakes I've made in the past is going too hard on cross training, feeling like harder is always better. But in reality, I do often use cross training as a recovery easy day. And so it's important for me to keep that heart rate a little bit lower and not tire out my legs. I also brought gels because carbs are not to be feared. As Lauren and I both talked about, fueling is something that many people struggle with, but it's also something that I've been learning to focus on more, and carbs are a big part of that.
Later on, you and me will be raising our own family. Us two becomes three. No sweat, it's just a fantasy. But who knows? It just might be.
Creatine. Yeah, nothing quite like it. Workout is complete. I'm back, showered up, having this delicious lunch. We've got an open-faced turkey and provolone sandwich, and a nice salad with strawberries, corn, cucumber, balsamic. I want to say the cross training was a success. I kept my heart rate in low zone 2, and I had the urge to go 2 hours, but I texted David about it, and he was like, no, we got to stick to the plan. We got to make sure you're recovering. So I kept it to 90 minutes, and I feel like those sorts of decisions, they show growth. I am also currently hydrating with Element. You guys know that I have this every single day. Hydration is something that 4 or 5 years ago I was not good about, but now that I have Element, it's so easy for me to keep it dialed in, and that's something that I'm very confident I've been on top of, even while I've been struggling a little bit. Element is a tasty electrolyte beverage with a scientifically based formulation of electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. It has everything you need and nothing that you don't, and I love it because it makes it easy for me to dial in my hydration, and it also tastes amazing, so it motivates me to hydrate throughout the day. Right now, Element is offering a free sample pack with 2 of each of the 4 favorite flavors with any order to my subscribers. Just go to drinkelement.com/Allie or check it out at the link in my description. And as always, stay salty, my friends. I've been working for a couple hours. One thing that I know I did this year was try to work too much and never turn off my work brain. What I've been doing recently is setting out a goal for the day for what I want to get done. And once that's done, stopping. Not being like, what else could I do? Should I do more? What if I did this? No. Doing the work for the day and then cutting myself off, because it's so important for me to also have time when my brain isn't moving. King George.
Just a typical little throw-in with the glitch.
Nothing to it.
Oh.
Ooh!
Why do it?
Nothing to it. Yeah, we'll cut that. Wait, if I can make one putt from there, what will you give me?
I will make dinner tonight.
All right, this is a big decision. I only get one try, but I'm gonna go with the NXN Dub disc. This is a putter, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that was close.
Oh. can try for half the marbles.
So I have to cook myself dinner. I mean, your putting is terrible. I have this disease where
Some defense, okay?
I can't miss.
See if you can do it with some defense, huh? Yeah, when you're under pressure. Yeah, that's what I thought. Lately, I've been doing fewer doubles because I want to let my body recover and I want to make sure that I'm actually ready for the next run, the next workout. And it can be stressful on the body to have that sort of an activating event multiple times a day. So lately, it's been fewer doubles, more longer singles, and a nice dose of active recovery, giving George little walks every afternoon. Sometimes I go with Spencer, sometimes I call family or friends, but if I'm not talking to someone, I try to just go and not listen to anything and just have time where I'm really relaxed and zen, if you will. I feel like I spend so much of my life looking at screens or doing high intensity activities. It's nice to have some time where I'm really just chilling. George is just having a great time. Look how chipper. The only person more chipper to be here is Spencer.
I hate water.
You always eat like you're speed running it.
You gotta get the salad out of the way.
So the day is pretty much done. I'm just relaxing in the nest before I head up to bed. I think that the main lesson I've learned this year from my running is that discipline can also mean slowing down, resting, taking time for yourself, not constantly pushing up against your limits until you break. And that's what I've spent this year learning. And as much as I wish that I hadn't experienced so many setbacks and struggles this year, I'm also really confident that it will make me a better runner if I can just take the time to reflect and learn from everything. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And that's all for now, folks.